Some students have asked, is Qi gazing just a visual illusion? Is it the same as nearsightedness, astigmatism, floaters, or afterimages? This is a great question and a common confusion among beginners. While Qi gazing are real, it is also important to remain objective and discerning, not to confuse them with normal visual phenomena. Today, let's take a closer look at how to tell the difference between those with the Qi gazing vision, as well as a key tip to the application of Qi gazing. I am Taoist Zhaoning from Shengxuan Daoism. If you find our video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to support us. Let's get started. Floaters, or vitreous floaters, are quite easy to distinguish. They appear as thread-like or speckled objects floating across your vision, caused by tiny particles drifting in the vitreous humor of the eye and casting shadows on the retina. Floaters do not follow external objects, but drift across the visual field, often moving slowly as your eyes shift. In contrast, Qi patterns appear as a translucent glow or halo around an object's outer edge. They stay fixed to the object and do not float freely within your vision. Their shape and texture are fundamentally different from the floaters. Afterimages are also easy to differentiate. They occur when the photoreceptor on the retina continues to fire briefly after being overstimulated by light, creating a ghost-like color impression in your field of vision. These retained images don't attach themselves to any particular objects either. They remain in the same parts of your vision field, regardless of where you look. Additionally, afterimages typically appear in complementary colors. For example, staring at red for too long will create a green impression when looking away. Qi pattern, however, is determined by the characteristics and nature of the object itself, and are not determined by its outer color. So the color of Qi pattern could be anything, regardless of the outer color of the object. This makes them easy to differentiate with awareness. Nearsightedness and astigmatism require more careful observation. Both can cause a blurred halo effect around the edges of objects due to improper focusing of light onto the retina. However, these effects are uniformly proportional, meaning that large objects will have large blurry outlines. Small objects will have smaller ones. The blur is directly tied to the object's physical size. And for objects of the same size, their blur are usually the same size. On the other hand, in Qi gazing vision, small objects may display large Qi patterns, and large objects may show very subtle ones. Two objects of similar size can display very different Qi patterns, depending on their nature and internal state. Moreover, Qi patterns have different textures, some denser, some diffuser, just like different materials entirely. That's precisely why Qi gazing can help determining differences between people, objects, and environment. Beginners are encouraged to observe carefully, compare attentively, and remain analytical. With mindful practice, your ability to distinguish the subtle qualities of Qi will continue to deepen. In Chinese language, the Qi gazing methods often called the guan qi fa or Wang qi fa. These terms themselves contain a useful instruction. The character guan and Wang both imply a kind of soft, panoramic gaze, similar to gazing into the distance or resting your eyes in a relaxed, non-narrow focused way. This state is not about staring or analyzing a single detail, but rather observing the whole scene as a unified field. When your vision enters this relaxed state, your entire energetic system, especially the qi meridians of the head and the brain, also shifts. It moves you out of the ordinary linear thinking and into a more intuitive, receptive mode, making it easier to perceive the subtle qi dimension. So when you practice observing people or objects in nature, remember the essence of this Wang style of vision: gentle, open, unfocused, yet attentive. This will help you enter the correct state of qi gazing. In our next session, we will address the question of whether qi gazing is seeing the same thing as similar conceptions in other traditions. Stay tuned and see you in the next video.